It was really me.
Hi, Rollers. I wanted to show you the quality of the Ukrainian music that these guys are singing in Ukrainian right now. And, this song is sad. I know this, yes. I was thinking maybe I should put on something more cheerer, and like lift up the mood. But then I thought, why? Why should I do this? You gotta know all the good songs, both sad and cheerful, all of them deserve to be heard, especially if they're such a good quality. So Dana was asking, no, she was saying actually that music sounds British, video location looks Ukrainian. Yeah, so it's a Ukrainian band, The Unsleeping. It was the band, one of the two bands I was showing you the videos from the festival. Remember, the one that sounded more like... It didn't sound like this, right? Because, first of all, they were singing in Ukrainian there because they kind of... stopped being, we Ukrainians had this complex меншовартості, which is kind of, Dana, you were helping me with this term once. Can you do it once again, please? Write something similar to that term in English, because I think translating it that easily won't help. Ukraine have nice music, exactly. Gabriel M. Gesp. I like Skovko and Kalush Orchestra, Alona and Jerry Hill. You just named the most pop musicians in Ukraine. Just imagine how cool those who are not pop music. I mean, the pop music is fine, but if you're also looking for some deep meaning, but actually in... I would say there's less meaning in Kalush Orchestra, in my opinion, than, for example, in Alona's texts. But Skovka is, I think, singing a lot about war, right? But anyway, I'm just usually not listening to the pop music. And, for example, Yarmak, he is kind of pop, hip-hop, hip-hop, but pretty popular hip-hop here in Ukraine, and I listen to his songs that are not mainstream usually. So those that people like around the world, like Valhalla, not Valhalla, there was, or like Україна не впаде на коліна, they are amazing, powerful songs, but they are too popular. And sometimes when I listen to them, I kind of feel cringe. Even during the concert, some of the songs sounded like too much, But damn, they are so powerful. Yarmak's songs are very meaningful and moving. That's a very, very powerful musician. Today. And Dana, did you help me with complex меншовартості? National inferiority complex. Yeah, guys. So Ukraine, you see, Ukrainians, we had this national inferiority complex that we thought like, we're not such a great nation and not such great people as, for example, Europeans. Look at this, millennial history and stuff like that. All that died. In many people after 2022, we realized that we actually in some regard is a much great Great nation. How do I sound right now? But you know what I mean. We Ukrainians, we're fighting back the one of the strongest countries in the world, and fighting with such a spirit, with such an ingenuity, with such a passion. And fuck, we, I think, proved it to the world that we should not have a single drop of national inferiority complex, right? I think you will totally agree with me. Yes, me and Anastasia. Dana says, what do you mean by that? Anastasia also helped me with national inferiority complex. There are so many messages that I just miss half of it. Fuck. Anastasia, yes, inferiority complex. Yes, we had this shit. Now, luckily, most of the Ukrainians don't have it, and those who have it will lose it someday. You are Europeans. Exactly, Tuna. We are Europeans. If only some Europeans will consider it the same, and we'll see it the same way. Rick, I watched either Mizdabayev. I think he is right. Putin has compromise on Trump, and Trump is working for him. Your thoughts? I just don't like to speculate about these things because I don't want to claim these things. Some people who claim this, I sometimes do this. I sometimes also act like an expert, though I usually can only guess. Yeah, maybe he has compromise on him, and maybe because you see Trump is too obedient to Putin. It's just like pathetic. Oh my God, guys, what happened 2 days ago is just such a shame for America, and I think Trump just ashamed and put to. I had such a great word in my head today for this. What did he do? He embarrassed all the United States. He embarrassed U.S. military by putting them on their knees in front of Putin's plane. He just, basically brought a war criminal to your land, and he shook his hand. He smiled to him like a fanboy. So you know what we should do? We should go and listen to a Republican who isn't afraid to say this to Trump.
President Trump, I just saw your press conference with President Putin, and it was embarrassing. I mean, you stood there like a little wet noodle, like a little fanboy. I mean, I was asking myself, when are you going to ask him for an autograph or for a selfie or something like that? I mean, you literally sold out at this press conference our intelligence community, our justice system, and worst of all, our country. You're the president of the United States. You shouldn't do that. I mean, what's the matter with you? I mean, whatever happened to the strong words or to the strength of Ronald Reagan when he stood there at the Berlin Wall and he said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. What happened to all that?
Yep, Mr. Schwarzenegger. That's now your leader. That's, I don't know. It's just so fucking shameful, and I am really sorry for all of you Americans who have to be a part of this fucking shame, because technically Trump is involving all of you into this. He's involving the whole American nation, and actually Ukrainian nation too. We'll talk about this a lot. Rick Muzambayev's point was that Trump has never done anything against Putin, and he has helped Putin in every way. Yeah, I also see these facts. And I think there is a big chance that that Putin may have the compromise on him, and it all may just be, the dependency, blackmail, all this stuff. But like many Americans tell me that Trump is really that stupid to just fucking simp Putin, just admire him and just being his fanboy indeed, So it might be a compromise. He might really be not that smart or just ignorant, like willing to only be fed with all the Russian bullshit and just not seeing the obvious shit and not caring about Ukraine. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about Ukraine, guys. I think that's the main driver in Trump. He sees Ukraine as weaker than Russia, then he should press Ukraine. He should not pressure Russia. Instead, he should pressure Ukraine because Ukraine is weaker and Ukraine doesn't have the cards and, all that bullshit, he says. Anastasia says, I have an American friend who used to be Republican but switched to independent. Guess why? And is even planning to move to Ukraine now. Anastasia, that's, I see a small problem here. If all Americans decide to leave their country instead of transforming their country for something better, that might be really bad. And America may turn into Russia, the second Russia someday, and will go and start invading Canada and Mexico and then all the South America. So I don't think it's a good idea for everyone from the United States to just move to Ukraine or to Europe. But I understand it's not easy to fight for your country. Yeah, so I cannot judge. I cannot judge. I can just express my opinion. Rick Trump does not even care about America. Yeah. Yeah, someone special indeed. I don't believe he is that stupid. Yeah, probably not that stupid. Dick, I opened the door for you finally. You kept knocking and I was ignoring you. I cannot hear you. Okay, I can now.
How's it going?
It's good. It's good, man. You see, I'm a Rick bot today, have a lot of energy, so we're about to have some fun. We have actually a lot of reasons to have fun. Like, for example, Trump started pressuring Ukraine to capitulate. So much fun, my friend. Wow.
Oh, I mean, everybody in Ukraine just must be out partying right now, thanking the great orange whale for the flatulence that comes out of his mouth.
What flatulence? What's that?
Fart.
Oh, okay. So that's like a scientific term for it?
Yeah, it's the brainy boffin way of saying ass gas. Right?
Okay, ass gas. Okay, yeah. That dude is like, you don't have the cards, like let's make a deal, all that shit. And because
funny analogy for him to make, because he's got to be one of the only people that has ever bankrupted a casino.
Yeah.
I mean, for somebody to use the cards analogy and they can't even run a successful casino, that's
dude. Yeah, it's just this man is a self-made fake, the biggest fake in this world, the biggest man and the biggest fake of a man, and and all his I need to work on soreness of my voice, because when I'm impersonating him, I always forget about the soreness. Do you call it soreness, or am I just like making it up?
Yeah, that works. Yeah,
Okay,
all good.
That's good. Okay, so we are, let me tell you how much we're still away from the goal. Dick, you come to this, the kingdomhood of goals. Kingdomhood? Oh my God. That's something new. That's a new word. There's no such word. Kingdomhood.
It's a Rickism.
Rickism.
Yeah.
That's funny. Thank you, Epitox, for 5 gifted memberships. Rickism sounds funny. Rick is as bad as Putin for keeping people waiting. Not as bad. Come on. Not for hours. Just like for 30, 40 minutes, okay?
It's the nature of the social media game. Nobody does anything on time. Who cares?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. I mean,
I learned that lesson a long time ago, I just chill, bro. Take Take
Yeah,
a
man.
sip. You know, all
Exactly.
That, all that.
There's got to be a beer within reach or something. Just have a sip of it and relax.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Finally.
Yes, it worked. I really like to have Dick on this stream once again, because he brings this chill vibe, I guess. Of course, also a lot of energy, but at the same time, chill and energy. How do you do this?
It's slack energy.
Slack energy. So it's like slacking on energy?
Yeah. Or I'm energetic while slacking.
High five, brother. I do the same. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we went live yesterday, Rick. We were doing the Ukraine update over on the Shills, at the Shills. If you don't know who we are, go check it out.
Yes, please subscribe to the Shills. But I know all of them know, Dick.
Yeah, probably, right? You know, I wouldn't doubt it. So like, and our thing was we were gonna do the old school debunking where we played the speeches from after the shit summit, whatever you want to call it there, and we all start talking. We get we're like halfway through the show. We realize we got to get some viewer questions in. And what happened was we never got to debunking the speeches. So in the next day or two, we're going to do a live over on the Shills, and it's going to be old school debunking where we let the video play. Somebody calls pause. We rip into it. And then we push play, keep the video going. Somebody calls pause, we stop, rip into it some more. And I'll be putting out some invitations to see if we can't get a group, you know, have a little fun.
So you're talking about today's stream, right?
No, it'll be Monday or Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
we've got a pub chat coming up in a few hours over on the Shills Live, our second channel where we screw around. And that's because there's a birthday coming up. There's a birthday.
Whose birthday?
Actually mine.
What day?
Yeah, well, I kind of change the day every year because people don't need to know the exact date. But yeah, today is actually the date. So yeah, I just became a 55-year-old bum.
Nice, congratulations! Not for becoming a 55-year-old bum, but but for your birthday, Dick. Congrats. You know, we Ukrainians don't just say happy birthday. We like to wish a lot of stuff, like the traditional ones, the meme-ish ones are щастя, здоров'я, діточок побільше, усього самого найкращого. Now let me translate all of this. Щастя is happiness. You know, happiness is the first thing we wish. Then we wish здоров'я. Або, or in Zakarpattia dialect, здоров'я. So we also wish здоров'я, which is health, of course. So Dick, happiness to you, health. Then, діточок побільше. As many kids as possible.
I'll replace kid with beer. Okay. Keep going.
I mean, it works like this in Ukraine. They used to wish more kids because, you know, we had Holodomors and genocide constantly. So the more kids, the better. And the more, the bigger the chance for the family to survive and for the whole family tree to survive. It's not really funny, so I'm not making fun of this part. Just saying how, in my opinion, this tradition was born to wish as many kids as possible. So, діточок побільше and усього самого найкращого. All the best to you, my friend. That's
cool.
The classical ones. But also there's one more classical one. Have some love, you know, love to you, Dick. So
I will definitely get my little black book out later and make a few calls.
Okay. So guys, we have what? We have a good reason to donate today. You can donate in the name of this man who is a birthday man today, not the boy already, definitely. But yeah, he's a birthday lucky person here. So yeah, you can donate and say that you wish Dick a happy birthday. And it's like a super chat. When you donate, I will 100% read your message out loud.
There you go.
The comment under the donation.
Yeah, so you want to make my birthday something special? Chuck $20 into the hat on my behalf to the fundraiser, and you'll see a massive smile on my face as if I was watching OnlyFans.
Okay, so you're okay. Should I go there and discuss
the
with
real
you the
Vladimir
platform?
Putin in your chat says Dick is peaked. It's over now. It's done. He's that's it.
Okay.
I'll pack up the channel tomorrow. We're done.
Okay, peaked where?
Yeah. Well, I peaked it when I was about 18 years old. It's been downhill since then. So let me just tell you.
Okay. Well, she says happy birthday to Dick Dawson. Actually, D. Dawson. And tickets to him, please. I think she did not say your name because maybe she thought there's going to be a profanity filter in PayPal.
Yeah. Well, 4 years ago, just before Ukraine was invaded, I would get blocked. And during the initial 6 months of the invasion, I mean, Greg Terry in the live chat there, I'll tell you, I couldn't speak on his channel because he has the moderation setting up higher, and it would just block me entirely from the live chat. It's like, you can't, your name's Dick. Screw you. You're not allowed to be in there. Yeah. It happened on a bunch of channels. That's why I changed it to Mr. Dawson and Dr. Dawson, just because I was sick of getting blocked.
Okay. So having such a name, like, actually this man is a Richard, actually.
Well, if I'm to be totally honest, my first name isn't Richard or Dick. It's just a BS fake name that I picked because originally we were debunking flat earthers and I just didn't need them to know who I am. I was actually just having a conversation with my partner Dunk over on the Shills about the fact that I should probably give that up because there's no fucking reason for it anymore. Right?
Ooh,
ticket for Marcy.
man, I have just an amazing monetization idea for that.
Go for it. I'll play along. I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Guys, we actually have a chance to know the real name of Dick today, if he allows, of course, and if he plays
but you
along.
put a price on it and I'll let it out, so this is on you now.
Yeah, okay, so it can actually be just reaching the goal, but by some time, because Dick will tell us how much time he has with us for us, and then if we reach the goal by that time, an hour.
Yeah, okay. I got an hour still, and then I got a little time with my son, and then we've got the Shill stream after. So yeah, I got a good hour here.
Okay, that's not going to be easy, my friend, because we still need to raise a lot of money. Let me calculate how much we still need to raise. But this is...
I bet most of the moderators on our team and stuff are right now going, what? I always thought that was his real freaking name.
Yeah, it never slipped my mind. It might not be. I don't know why, but I always believed it. Like,
yeah, I picked the name because my character was purposely like a jerk off game show host, right? So I picked Dick because I was just being descriptive of who I was going to be to them, right?
You also said it in such a funny way, like. That's all, folks.
If people are asking if my name's Donald, hold on here. So if I use the camera tools there, now my name is Donald.
Hey, say something like you don't have the cards. Okay.
My real name is Donald. And this is who I really am. I have fat, flatulent ankles, and everywhere I go smells like somebody's dirty toilet.
And, okay, I shut up. But that was funny. And I like the light there.
There is the odd person over the years that has actually heard me let it slip. There has even been 3 times on the shills that I on purpose used my name in referring to myself just to see if anybody would catch on.
Uh-huh.
And not one person did. Dunk and I just be laughing after the show. Fuck, you got away with it again.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been a game, right? No.
Mm-hmm. We need to reach the goal or rewatch a lot of Shill's content. Andres. Andres said that. Okay, so guys,
That's funny.
let's see. Okay, Dick, actually, let's maybe discuss some news that we had here in Ukraine. We didn't talk to you at the time when the protests were happening here in Kyiv. Were you
we
following
did a show
this?
on that over on the shills, though. Yeah.
So you were following that, and what is your opinion? on all of
Well,
that?
the North American media ran with it at first as if everybody was pissed and Zelensky had screwed the pooch and blah blah yada yada. But then the message cleared up after there was a bit more reasonable reporting, and some calmer heads brought some facts in. And from what I gathered, there was some good general concerns about that were being brought up by the protesters. But the protesters, in and of themselves, weren't calling for Zelensky's head or anything silly. It was just properly done protesting the way that it's supposed to be. And I saw no problem with it. And I basically saw it being used as almost fake news over here, but only for a bit. And then, and sorry to say, to my fellow YouTubers, but some YouTubers were very guilty of jumping on that too early and bringing the wrong story to the people.
I was not one of them because
No, you weren't.
I was actually like really closely following the events and was participating in those events, and I knew exactly why Ukrainian people are protesting. And you know, it was not only about those anti-corruptional institutions and the, well, not the loss, but basically the march on the independence of those institutions that our
Right.
presidential office, together with the president and with our parliament, all together, they marched on it and tried to strip them of their independence and make them dependent on the appointed general prosecutor who, and you know, the problem is that this is not the only thing they did in the last year, 2 years actually, 2.5.
Right.
They did so much shit. There is so much corruption going on there. There are pro-Russian deputies still sitting in our parliament and fucking applauding and smiling and just cheering when we have when that shit is done, when basically they are now their, you know, filthy hands,
Yes.
corrupt hands are now kind of covered. Everything's in the pocket, you know. They are like, they don't even need to show their true face, which they did that day. We already know their true face. We live in this country not for the first year, and we know all of their tricks and schemes and all that shit. And you know, my sign said, citizens are not dumb. We see right through you. So we indeed see right through them. And you know, sometimes people call me negative, not Ukrainians. Ukrainians understand me. People from abroad call me negative or kind of, you know, pessimist when I'm saying, guys, this is not a victory. This is just like a step towards victory over corruption someday, like in a few decades, you know. But it's still a utopia. You can't defeat corruption completely, but
Yeah.
at least
Well-
you can defeat top corruption. And
the balls of some of the American media talking about the corruption and stuff, as if it was some oh my god moment, and then they turn around and give you a puff piece about Trump and how well he's doing for the country. You can't make that shit up. Come on. Every single government in the world has corruption in it because by its very nature, government breeds corruption in some ways. That's just how it is. To say that you guys were any worse off than anybody else was, I mean, you got to look at the situation with the neighbor Russia, the togetherness there once was and stuff. You guys got at least 10, 15 years left to get rid of those old school assholes and fully be clear of them. It's going to take a while, you know?
And you see, I was going with that to a bit different point. I wanted to say that I talk, yes, this is not a victory in the war. It's, yes, a victory in the battle. We definitely got to pat ourselves on the back. But, you know, that battle would not be needed if Zelensky didn't sign that fucking law right that day. It was just a proof that he's part of that diversion and sabotage, you know. That's first thing. Okay. And then, of course, politicians and Zelensky himself, they tried to present it as a big victory of Zelensky. That was a presidential law that was given back the corruption, anti-corruption institutions, their independence, that was strict by evil deputies. But why the fuck did he sign it then? You know, all of this, we can see this shit. We won't buy your shit about, you know, being a hero of this situation when you all started it. And, you know, the problem is our parliament is not an independent entity inside of our state. It's fully dependent on the presidential office. I don't know if you knew this. But...
well, I started learning about this when I heard you guys got a new prime minister, and I'm like, president, prime minister? What? There's something there I don't understand. And yeah.
President is appointing the prime minister, and in the parliament, basically now parliament is doing what they are told. So on 22nd of July, they were told to vote for that amendment to strip them of the independence with 230. 36 or 46? 36, I guess. Or 34?
I think it's 30, but ish.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
A lot of them understood that this is a bad decision, but they still voted because they are not independent.
Right.
That's the problem. And then, just in a week, on 31st, actually in 9 days, right? But anyway, they were told, and then 331 of almost all of them voted. Like, when they are told. Well, of course, people were told. No, they were told by people, right? But not only by people, because Zelensky needed them to sign exactly his law. You know, I was saying that here, I often say that, you know, yes, Zelensky said this thing, but what is going to be done, like, probably nothing is going to be done. And you guys got to keep that in mind. And people are, like, they tend to try to celebrate just from some statement or from some intent of one person, when the whole network should be working and not sabotaging it, you know. And I sometimes are being like really I'm being really honest and not always positive, because I see right through them, you know, and I see all their schemes and tricks, and I say that, and people are sometimes being upset, but not not many of people, because most of the people understand what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. We had a very interesting show yesterday over on the Shills. That's at the Shills on YouTube. Don't forget to head over and sub. And we had a new fella that we met on the show with us. His name is Johnny, and his YouTube is at Young Ukrainians. And I'm figuring he's probably in his 20s. He's living in LA right now, and he does like a man on the street type approach. Like he brings out a couple microphones and he just kind of says, "Hey, you know, who are you? Where are you from? What do you think about events in Ukraine and stuff?" And he's really good. Great talker, knowledgeable, the whole bit. Everything good?
Yep. Here's Aziza.
Hey, hey.
Hi, Aziza. Good to see you.
Hello, Aziza. How you doing?
Hello.
Good to
How's
see
it
you,
going?
Aziza.
1 second. I'm okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Great.
All right. So
Okay.
yeah, we're playing a little game. We're trying to get people to donate, and then if the donations come in, I'll let the cat out of the bag and give people my actual first name, not the stage name I always
Oh.
use. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he's not a Dick Dawson.
Well, I
Oh.
could be a Dawson. We're not sure on that yet, but it's definitely like Dick or Richard was never my first name. I just picked that out of a hat because it sounded like a bit of like an asshole's name, and you know. Yeah.
Okay. It seems like Rick Bot is going to sleep, and more tired Rick is taking the stage. Welcome to Tired Rick, everyone. You won't like it, but but you have no other choice. You
Wonder
know,
if I have a snore button.
snore button, please do, please. I would love it. Okay, Aziza, how are you doing?
Mm, uh, maybe it's because of this news. You know, I wanted to see Rick to have a good energy from rollers and from Rick
The
because
anime style.
because the news are so yeah. Because the news are so crazy and
And
really
bad, mostly.
bad. So I don't know how to explain my feelings.
Mm.
Um, you know, when you begin to like, I have such periods sometimes when I see everything in very bad way.
Yeah. High five. High five.
Music, you know, war and freedom. So no, I think it's like I just to overcome it
Yeah.
and to understand that we have no other choice, only to fight, to do own work. But it's something really crazy, and I don't. I want to kill every kill Trump. I don't know the system. Really feel a lot of angry, but it's like it's angry feelings they're hiding inside of my personality.
Mm.
Actually, it's not a like bad part of our personality, in my opinion. It's more of a dark part, but we should actually embrace both the light one and the dark one, because it gives, well, it gives the chance to be whole and to just use both of your parts for some effective stuff, you know. So it's totally fine that you feel these feelings, because that man,
Mhm.
what he did, he basically legitimized for the world and put him out of isolation, the biggest war criminal of the modern history, of the modern world.
Oh yeah.
And he humiliated the U.S. military by putting them on their knees, and that monkey Putin was making faces there, and you know
Yep.
that monkey, he really
He's
looked.
crazy. I think I don't know. Maybe he had problems. Some
He has problems for the last, I think, like 70 years. Yeah, probably 70 years.
except his maniac's feelings to kill good people. He has no degradation like of mind.
Mm.
But okay, so he also humiliated Americans with this, because a lot of Americans who are conscious and who understand that this man should not, under any circumstance, be like put out of isolation like that, and then saluted and handshaken and smiled to and then are being called the great Mr. President, all the ass licking words that they used for it. All that shit should never happen, and people understand this, and they feel kind of just basically spit on, and yeah, I think a lot of
Yeah.
people in the United States right now feel like they've been used or something.
Rape, raping
Yeah,
full of
Mhm.
yeah, maybe
freedom of
really a rape. Tell
great
us what you
sentence
feel,
of
guys.
democracy. It's like begin to be. It's shameful for next generation will be really will think about us like we are so stupid. We are so how we can bring this person in this world like Trump, like okay Putin, like but Trump in United States.
Yeah.
There's a question.
Unbelievable.
There's a question that Tuna pointed in the chat. I think it's not from her, but someone asked it. Did the real Putin go to Alaska? Question in chat. Even even if the double went to Alaska, it doesn't change the fact that
Nothing, yeah.
all the Putins, either a double or the real one, they were legitimized in the United States.
This was fat face Putin.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That one.
Yeah,
This one is
there's just more girth. It's like he's holding like squirrel food or something in those cheeks of his, right?
Yeah, perhaps it wasn't Putin because I remember a story about different Putins, and through this different Putins there is some comic Putin, like with such a character that want to joke, want to
make
maybe
faces. Yeah, like
yeah, because really I in last moment I really believe like I think maybe somebody will kill him or imprisoned. Maybe it's like trick.
Yeah.
Invite Putin, and so we can imprison him. Really, he is a criminal. So why we could do it? Because
But
it's war criminal.
yeah.
But perhaps it wasn't Putin, and it's like
How many Putins do you have to throw out a window to get a regime change? I mean, nobody knows how many there are, so it's not even a valid joke yet.
but it's 100% there are a lot of Putin because this another Putin visited Mariupol. Do you remember this video from Mariupol when he visited Mariupol and hugs people? Like
yeah.
people
It was this
met
one.
him
Yeah.
and he hugged and they said, "Oh, you're so great," and it was this show. But he hates people.
Yeah.
He didn't want to have somebody near with him.
Yeah, exactly. And that's we call this one a banquet Putin. So the one that should be on the banquets.
Yeah, he hides extra sausage rolls in his jowls to take back to his apartment for later, right?
Yeah, that's one thing, but he can actually pull out a bunny or something from one of the cheeks, because he needs to like.
It's a killer bunny with big teeth.
Maybe, but I meant like he needs to entertain people. That's the word I was looking for. So entertainment is the banquet's Putin's goal and main task. Guys, we need some signal like the time has run out and we stuck on the same amount of money. Whatever. Guys, we tried, we played fairly, so today you won't know, at least on this stream. Maybe it will be revealed on the shells, but not here. The rules are the rules.
I mean, unless somebody wants to drop a good G note into the thing right now and get us up there,
Yeah, 1,400 more bucks, and we're there. I actually know a few capable rollers. And not only rollers, I think I know a few capable fellow babies who can
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. So
the last Car for Ukraine fundraiser we had, ours was going a little bit slow, and somebody just walked up and threw 10,000 euro onto it and closed it for us in one shot.
yeah, that's really cool. Okay, I think rollers just refuse to know your real name. This is why they boycotted the donations, and boycotted me. And they stopped. Okay.
Yeah, they've all gone and unsubbed from me and everything. It's over.
It's over. It's over. We're done. We don't have the cards anymore. I'm pressing the end stream button now. Live long, prosper, and donate. And Slavo Grainy. Goodbye.
Oh, it's funny.
No one loves me. No one wants to play with Donnie. No one wants to play with Donnie. Kim Jong-un said he doesn't want to meet, and all these great guys, they don't want to hang out with me anymore.
Decisive
Putin,
nailed it. That's it. It's
Decisive.
biggest, dickest Dawson.
Big. Oh,
I am a Roman.
that's a risky one. Okay, and
Sorry,
Yeah?
guys, but Felix is now saying, Dad, you're done. It's time to hang out. So I best make my exit.
Mr. X, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yes, well, thank you for having me over.
Your company is very appreciated always, and it's very good company, a lot of energy and fun. Thank you, Dick, for being here with us today and giving us all this energy and fun.
Well, thank you. Thanks. It's always great to hang out. I enjoy our time together, and you as well, Aziza, very much so.
Yeah.
Definitely. I will give a slight hint to everybody listening. It's the same name as a guy who had to borrow a car because he couldn't afford his own, but he got a damn cool one out of the deal. It's the best I can give you. Check us out on the Shills Live, at the Shills Live, 4 p.m. tonight. We're hanging out for a bit, and we'll let the cat out of the bag more. But thanks for donating, everybody. Thanks for loving and supporting. And always keep Ukraine in the center of your mind and consciousness, because then you'll spread the word and use your social currency to make sure that everyone does what they can to support the war effort. Because if the orcs don't get kicked out, Ukraine doesn't stand on its own.
Yeah, thank you. Well said.
Thank you.
I was happy to see you. You always bring happiness and energy. Thank you
Yeah.
so
Well,
much.
thanks. It's almost like my old music days, that extra personality that comes out of you when you're on stage to kind of perform. As soon as there's a freaking microphone in front of me, that just happens. I cannot turn it off. But yes, I better run. So great to see you guys. We'll talk very soon. Thanks to all the rollers and the fellow babies out there. Support. Donate. Let's get this one locked in. See you guys soon. Thanks for having me over,
prosper,
buddy.
brother.
See ya.
Bye.
See you.
Aziza, this is Matt. He's defending Ukraine, and right now he's an instructor in the National Guard, and he is the one who gave us this badge for the raffle this week. So he's gonna tell us more about it today, because we're also raising funds for the medics that he trained, for plates, right? And for the helmet.
Yeah.
Some special lightweight helmet. And how many plates once again? Actually,
We tried getting 3 sets of plates.
yeah, I think so. A set is 2 plates, right?
2 plates, correct.
So we need 6 plates.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, I have a list from you here. Yeah, 3 sets of plates and a light helmet. As for the light helmet, this one is more expensive than the regular ones because of the weight, right?
Yeah. So the weight is about half a kilogram lighter, and I prefer to get those for the guys closer on the CCPs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good and helpful. Rick, is Matt his real name, or should we start guessing again? Matt is the real name.
Yeah.
Okay, he
That is my real name.
said yeah. Okay, because we had the Dawson just leaving the stream, and he told us, like, I always thought that his name is Richard, but he said, you know what, it's my nickname. I'm not Dick. Maybe I'm Dawson, but I'm not Dick. and and he chose this nickname when they were debunking flat earthers, and he wanted to sound like a mean person, you know. This is why he took the name Dick. So he's a really great guy, Canadian. You would love his company, I'm sure. So yeah, it would be cool if you sometimes come together on the stream, but you cannot know, you know, when you're gonna have time, he's gonna have time, and all of us, except for me. I'm sitting here for 5-6 hours, and you know, raising funds. What I wanted to ask you to tell us the adventures of this patch. You told us that you were wearing this patch in Serebryansky Forest, and were you in the infantry or reconnaissance? What kind of unit was that?
So we were sappers in the Serebryansky Forest.
Sappers.
So
You actually
we did
told me probably.
Mhm. Yeah, so we did a lot of work with IEDs. We did a lot of work with like claymores and ones and all that other stuff. And then obviously we gave up ground. I mean, it's we're on the back foot. We've been on the back foot for what, almost a year and a half now. It's been a while since they started their offensive, and it hasn't culminated yet. But we were the ones that were rigging all the bunkers to blow, and we would go out and tech any drones that fell. There was a couple of Baba Yagas. Oh man, we lost 3 Baba Yagas in a week that fell, all with munitions on there. That was a horrible week for me because they kept calling me out of the bunker. They kept being like, oh, what were we? We were Apollo. And they kept being like, Apollo, like another Baba Yaga crashed. And I was like,
So you
yes, that's
needed to
me.
go and retrieve it?
Yeah, so I would have to go out there and diffuse whatever weird and wonderful bullshit that the drone engineers had strapped on underneath it, and then that way the rest of them could take the actual drone away,
Wow.
and we could so that way we could actually repair and reuse the Baba Yagas.
Okay. So guys, that was a demining patch all of that time.
Both mining and demining. I always laughed because
Sorry, and mining.
you know, counterinsurgency, at least for America, is mostly, you know, counter IED, and then over here we're building IEDs, and it feels kind of weird being on the other side of it.
Yeah. But wasn't it fun?
Oh my god, it's so much more fun being on this side.
And mining instead of demining, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more fun.
Of course, yeah. Especially when you know that you're on the right side of the history, and you're fighting the invaders, and that those mines will just get them what they deserve. So yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, Matt, tell us about the work in Serebryansky Forest in general back in the days. Because, first of all, if it's not a secret, for how long did you work there?
Oh no, I was going to say most of actually all of those positions that I know of are gone already. So no, none of it's a secret.
Okay. So what time was that?
Ooh, starting October? No, a little bit after. So late 23, all the way up till 24, late 24. So it was just about over a year that we were inside of Serebryansky.
How often were you engaged into your work, and did you have?
It depends.
Yeah,
it depends.
On the
so
tasks,
sometimes I really lost track of time there. I didn't know what day it was ever. I didn't know what month it was. Sometimes I was surprised because so sometimes it's like 7 days on and then 2 days off, or sometimes it's 3 days on and then 2 days off, for just whatever, right? So there's no set schedule, so it's not on civilian side, you have 5-day work week, 2-day weekend type of thing. So you can kind of keep track of it. No, there it's so random. So I always lost track of time.
Mhm. Yeah, I can imagine. But did you have like rotations of some sort, or were you like on positions all the time? How did it work?
No, no, not all the time. Yeah, we would have rotations. It just kind of depended. Some of our guys got injured by some FEVs, so sometimes our team was a little bit lower, sometimes it was a little higher. It just all depended. People
Hmm.
got sick. It just depended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. Well, so those, the late 2023 until the late 2024, FPVs were already the thing back then, but I assume in the forest it's always harder to operate those FPVs, right? What can you say from your experience?
Yeah, it was definitely harder. I mean, still plenty of FPVs. There was no fiber optic. The only fiber optic only started happening about 2 to 3 months before we pulled out of there.
Hmm.
So it was kind of like in its infancy, right when we were pulling out. But no, plenty of FPVs still. Yeah, kind of annoying. Not we did have pretty good rep systems there, and then
Hmm.
we all had portable jammers and stuff like that. So that was kind of nice. The only annoying part is sometimes when we were using like remote IEDs, you have to turn the rep off just in case you were programming a box and the rep interfered with that and it decided to. Yeah, if they operate on the same frequency, there's a likelihood that it can trigger it. So you know, give and take. You get more standoff with a remote one, but you have to turn off the rep for a while.
Yeah. Guys, when he says RAB, it's electronic warfare. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So the portable one, was it like a backpack, electronic warfare?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Uh-huh.
a backpack, and then we also had like a directional one as well.
A question from
Yeah.
MVS Martin.
Yes.
He's from Norway. Thank you for defending us in the forest. Legendary battle and an insane effort holding for so long. How do you manage to keep the morale up defending for so long period?
Oh boy. Okay. It's gonna let you a little bit into my psyche, and I probably should talk to a Shrike. But either it's gonna be fine, or it's not. That's really the only two options. It's either just gonna be fine, or it's not gonna be fine.
Uh,
I whenever I left our blendage, I always told my buddy, I'm like, hey, I'll be back, or I won't. Like it's one of the two.
mm,
It's
okay.
just it just kind of is what it is, I guess. Like if something happens, it happens, and if not, it's not like
But
no
you're
sense
right.
worrying about it. No
Like,
sense worrying about it.
let's do it and let's let Matt go to sleep 3.5 hours. He's a tough guy, of
Get a little
course.
bit
You
of
know, he's a tough guy, but deprivation of sleep is bad even for tough guys. And yeah, let's hope it's not gonna not keep, but get him off guard at at some moment.
oh, it's gonna be fun. Again, either something's gonna happen, it's gonna be horrible, or it's not, and it's gonna work
Yeah,
out. So
yeah, 50-50% chance. Yeah.
it's 50-50, yeah. Always.
Okay. Aziza,
Hmm.
do you like to meet Matt?
Yeah, it's so um you know, sometimes warriors are very cold because they have a lot of swords, and I can understand. But here the person is absolutely shining, warm,
Yeah.
and so kind. And I I have such feeling that I want to know more about experience, how he now in this place, in this moment, his thoughts about the army, about way of the soldiers, way of the warriors. It's very interesting because you know um I saw some great warriors that have really good taste taste a feeling of humor, and they were very, energetic.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's one of the best warriors because they don't feel it's like real warriors,
Mm-hmm.
people who don't suffering on the like it's really hard, but they are like
Yeah,
to
there are
be on
such
the
people.
battlefield. It's
Mm-hmm.
their work, it's professional people,
Yep.
and that is why they can find this balance and be not full of this traumatic thoughts. Or of course it's also they have uh, 100%. I even cannot imagine what they have inside, but in general they can find this balance because they are
Mm-hmm.
professional and they like this work, and that is why they have this strong mind power.
Mm-hmm.
I had this book. um to show you. I begin to read this, but like броньований розум,
Like armored mind.
armored mind.
Uh-huh.
So it's exactly about how you work with your mind during the war, and how you protect your health inside of your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have such feeling, this
Mm.
armored mind.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe I'm wrong, but it was
No,
my
no, you're
feeling.
not wrong. You're not wrong. And actually, armored mind is also a mind with a lot of defensive mechanisms. And just like he said, when I go out of blindage, I say I will either return or not. And he says, I'll probably gotta go to the psychotherapist with this, but that's how I live. So yeah, it's like mostly good soldiers build it unconsciously. They're not like sitting and thinking, how do I not suffer from war and become a cheerful guy? There are just like this, that those
Yeah,
mechanisms, those defensive mechanisms are just being built by themselves. So yeah, it's really uh really interesting, but unfortunately a bit sad, right? That all of this should happen at all, and they
yeah,
should
of course.
transform their minds, but that's how this life is. What?
I just know a lot of my friends, artists or actors
Hmm.
joined to the army. For example, one my friend, he joined to the army and he was in Bakhmut. He was and after this he had big problem with the mind.
Hmm.
He had to be in this hospital, uh, психлікарня, я забула.
Краще це називати інакше.
Це неправильно, да?
Та. Блін. You can say he had to get to the mental health facility.
Так.
And did he rehabilitate after that?
Yeah, but I think that he didn't join to the army back.
Yeah, of course.
But it was like it was not like he absolutely critical state, but it was like he had the problem and he had to be in hospital. And I can understand it because actor's mind very we can feel a lot of feelings.
Very empathetic.
And yes, because you have this we train this in at the university to be
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
not
Because basically
compulsory.
to um, repeat or copy someone's emotions, you need to feel
Yeah,
them. And this is why.
yeah, and that is why a lot of like if person um is not deep spiritual inside of yourself, like actor, so don't like connect with the power inside, they begin to be alcoholic and they use the
Mhm.
drugs because our so, and I can understand if of how he after the war, after his experience on the battlefield, had a lot of problems with the mind health because it's really he's not professional soldier
Mhm.
warrior. and he could not, like, through this small period, be like prepared for all these feelings. But I don't know, it's because of profession or maybe just because of person. But I think in general, not professional warriors have more problems with health, with mind health.
Yeah. Because they basically don't have those protective mechanisms. For that, you need to serve in the army before you go to war and get adjusted to that. But when you go to war as a civilian volunteer, it could be too much pressure. Of course, it depends on the person, because there are some people whose mental health is like more adjustable to that, and some are less adjustable, and that brings it is always different, and it depends on just the type of the nervous system too. And guys, let's raffle the patch. Where's the patch? Here's the patch. Aziza, doesn't it look like a Zippo lighter? Like a big one? So this one from Matt, guys, is gonna be yours. Some of you, not all of you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spinning the wheel. Let's go see who's the winner of this epic patch. Truly epic. And the winner is number 55. Let's go see who that was. Number 55. Silver Earth. You lucky. Tickets from Dark Oblation. Good job. Aziza, thank you for being the part of the stream of this great... Oh, what was that meow sound? You have a cat there?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's not your cat?
No, it's not mine.
Shit. Can you show him or her to us? Oh, look at this beauty. What's his or her name?
Maro.
Maru. A Japanese one. Oh. Is it her or him?
Her.
Her. She's beautiful. But big, like Monroe, right? Okay, Aziza, hugs to you. See you soon.
See you soon. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you, rollers. I hug you, love you. See you next time.
Yeah, we love you too, Aziza. Good night.
Good night.
Live long, prosper. Just live long and prosper tonight, guys. The donation part is done. So good night, everyone. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Героям слава. Good night. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave any comment under it, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can find the full stream recording. This clip was taken from here. And I invite you to join us on Rig the Ukrainian here for live streams and videos from Ukraine. Thank you, and live long and prosper.